Hello, welcome to Sterling Armory's Sword Talk. This is Sword Talk number 5,302 or something like that. And we have a fun Sword Talk tonight. We have a big event coming up this weekend, SoCal Swordfight. And so today is going to be kind of dedicated to talking about what we're doing at the show and what we're making in preparation for the show this weekend. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys here. So let's bring everybody on to talk about SoCal. Hey guys.
Hi.
So, real quick intros for those of you guys who are new to Sword Talk. We're just a bunch of nerds who like to drink mead, make swords, and now go to a lot of events all over the U.S. So we've all been quite busy. But real quick, I'm Chris, sword maker and engineer, and I guess now I'm a HEMA cutter as well.
Nice.
Not a very good one, but I'm getting better. So I run Sterling Armory, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram, mostly on Facebook. And then you can find these guys with us as well. So to my, would be left, right? I don't even know.
One of those.
That way? Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know how you're working. I don't know how it works.
Is it this way? I can't.
There you go. There you go.
That's me.
Yeah, it flips.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Josh Warbear, and you can find me on Instagram at Warbear_Armory or on Facebook at Joshua Von Warbear. Or if you're an Xbox nerd and you're looking to throw down in Call of Duty, you can find me at Josh Warbear, capital J, Josh, all caps Warbear. And that's it. I'm not very good, so I know I came off really confident. I really suck.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm Colton, Copperthorn Customs. The usual Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things, all the social media is just under Copperthorn Customs. You can also find me at Sterling Armory.
Yeah, and all the links for everybody will be below. And like I mentioned, we're a bunch of nerds who like to drink a lot of drink and then play with swords and make swords. So we always start our sword talks with what we're drinking. So for me, I found actually, was it me or I think Josh, you found the raspberry mead last time.
Yeah.
We were out. So we were at why am I blanking on the name of the tournament? Phoenix Valley of the Sun.
Yeah.
There we go. And we had found a raspberry mead. It's very good, so I have a bit more here. And I'm drinking out of my nice Sword mug that I usually use at Ren Fairs.
Nice.
But it's my mead mug.
I'm drinking Coke.
Yeah, Josh with his great drink there.
Jack and Coke, hold the Jack.
Yeah.
You know, so tired.
Yeah. I have got a just like a box wine. I spaced the brand. A box wine of some kind. Red blend.
Fancy.
Red box wine.
There we go. Awesome. So if we're a little out of it, it's because all of us have been extremely busy and going from show to show and then trying to get shop time in between and then normal work on top of that.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Some of us have kids as well.
Let me die.
Let me die. So I didn't realize this, but last time I was fully in the shop was before Christmas. And then since then, I've been doing shows ever since. So I haven't really been in the shop much. But when I am in the shop, we're trying to get stuff done for SoCal Swordfight. This will be our first year attending this show. And it's apparently the HEMA side of things is larger than even Combat Con now. There's a lot of attendees there. So that's pretty exciting. Combat Con covers, I think, more of a variety, so you have a bigger total audience. But as far as just the HEMA side goes, Combat Con looks to be a bit bigger. So our first time there, it'll be exciting. We're all flying out. I think this is Colton's first event as well that's outside of Utah, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So it'll be exciting to get Colton out. Yeah, we've just been swamped. So I'm working still a couple custom orders that I'm trying to get done. I feel bad for the guys because it's been a while, but I want to get those done. And then I got a few extra pieces made up. We're posting pictures on them on our Facebook page. But yeah, so it's exciting. You guys looking forward to anything at SoCal?
Oh man, our hotel has a hot tub.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool.
I was gonna say not 20-degree weather would be nice. A little bit of sun and some hot tub would be nice.
So if you're new to the channel, I'm in Florida, but Josh and Colton are in Utah, so quite different temperature.
It's been decent. We're getting sun, but the temperatures are still pretty cold.
I saw when you were showing the cutting videos, you guys were in
snow. Yeah, it's snow everywhere still.
Yeah.
And today I think it got close to 50, and it was t-shirt weather. It was super nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Only in the sun it was 50. I think it was like 40.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think it was that warm, was it?
Yeah, it was 46 when I got in my car. At 5:30.
SoCal area is it's not LA. What's the actual city it's in?
Santa
Ana.
Costa Mesa.
Costa Mesa. There we go.
Mesa.
So the temperatures there, I just looked it up earlier today because I was checking for packing, but it's low 60s during the day and high 40s at night. So it should be good.
Yeah,
definitely weather.
Yeah.
Is it near Disney?
Number 2.
Isn't it pretty close to Disney?
Yeah. It's like 10 minutes from Anaheim, it looked like. 15.
So theoretically, we could do a Sterling field trip to Disney to ride some Star Wars.
I'm sure we're going to have time for that.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully. Yes, I think right after the event, probably hot tub.
Yeah, totally.
Hot tub and mead.
So I got so for you guys attending, we'll have a booth set up there. I think so. It'll be. I know we're excited to see Mike Sigmund from Albion there.
Oh, yeah.
I think hopefully we'll be next to them. I can't remember who the other people there vending will be there.
Alan Stell will be there.
Who's bringing Gus's blades then? Is anybody? I'm not sure who's covering for him. I thought he said he was going to have blades there on sale, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, so we'll have. I got 2 arming swords and 2 end of falchion and 2 long swords available, and then I'll be cutting as well in the advanced cutting competition for longsword, and then also arming sword. Hopefully, I do better than the last time. But yeah, I'm excited for that. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah. So Colton, you're working on a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of little things.
Yeah, bunch of stuff. I've got one piece that's like maybe this big, and maybe another one about it's. Yeah, they're ranged between here and there. That's about what I've got. No, I
very
should have,
descriptive.
Oh yeah, I should have a hand and a half, 2 arming swords of some kind, type 15 and 18. Something like that. And then I've got maybe 8 to 10 daggers. Don't remember exactly. A couple.
The mini swords have been a hit.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as many of those done as I can. I've got 2 on hand, and I've got 4 more in the works that I'm hoping to finish up.
So if you guys haven't seen the mini swords, if you're on our Facebook page, if you just go through our images or the recent posts, and you'll see what looks like an actual long sword or arming sword. It's not. It's only 8 inches long, maybe.
They're ranging about 9 to 12 inches,
9 to 12?
Give or take.
Great letter openers, if you want, or just desktop display.
Yeah, I'm saying they're display only because I'm not hardening the blades. They're just stainless, so it's like display only. I'm sure you can open a letter, but I'm not saying that.
Well, letter openers are just stainless anyway, right? So,
I think so.
So yeah, it'd be fun to. I think it'd be cool to have. If you get a full-size sword, if you can get a mini sword option, I think it'd be pretty awesome.
That would be. I'm definitely going to make some miniature versions of actual swords that I am doing. So it's like that's gonna happen. I also was trying to figure out if we can find like miniature water bottles or miniature tatami mats. We can cut them.
Little cutting video.
When you're in the office and bored.
Yeah,
we can
just
train squirrels. We train squirrels and other opossums and raccoons and other creatures with opposable thumbs. They're miniature to do cutting videos, and then get blamed when mankind inevitably falls to critters that know how to use swords now.
That's true. We've armed them.
Yeah. Yep. And then Josh, you have a bunch that you're going to be bringing out too, including a new one that you finished up that I know I'm excited.
Yeah, when you say a bunch, it's more like 3 or 4.
I think a bunch in the terms of the quality of those things. They're sexy.
Oh yeah, in that case, I'm bringing out a shitload.
Oh yeah, like at least
Right.
20 pieces, but condensed into 3 or something.
Yeah,
I'll be bringing out to view my new personal.
that's the one.
Ooh, that looks like a nice piece of wood. There we go. There's a sword.
So did you decide? Are you keeping it, or are you gonna put it up for sale?
Oh, I'm keeping it until some rich maniac offers me too much money that I'm gonna be a fool to turn down.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Stabby.
it's delicious.
Look at that hilt, though.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not really showing us, man. You're teasing us.
Yeah. So it's kind of the if you're familiar with the Clooney Museum piece, very similar to that, but bronze furniture.
Yep. Bronze furniture and no rope around the wheel.
Yeah.
But well, that's probably the cleanest peen I've ever done.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, look at that.
So one thing I actually that brings up something I just remembered. So when I was posting pictures today of our pieces, we're still getting a lot. There's still a lot of confusion, I guess, on what Sterling Armory and Warbearer and Colton's Copperthorn, what all we do. And we're not a production house, right? So our pieces aren't, one of 100 or one of 1,000, or each piece we make is one of a kind. And so if you see something that you like, and you see something like, oh, that's my sword, then it would be, and you would be the only person who would have that sword. So,
Indeed. Yeah.
that's what makes us a little different than everybody else. Is we make what we want to make, and everything's one of a kind.
Yep.
So yeah, so if you see something, we do often make things similar to, like if you see a piece that you really liked and you missed out on it, and you want us to remake it, we'll probably say, well, it won't be a full remake. It'll be similar to that. And it'll be so,
Indeed.
yeah, so that's what we do. So if you're interested in ordering or looking at anything, I'm personally not releasing any of these until we're at SoCal, and then if it doesn't sell at SoCal, then they'll be available online. But I did have a lot of requests to buy these now, and I was like, well, hold on, they got to go to the show first. I don't want to show up to the show with no blades
Right.
left. So
that's a good reason to go to the show. If you're not
Exactly,
planning
yeah,
on it yet, you better attend to get first dibs on those.
yeah, so if you're going to SoCal, make sure to swing by the booth, and in between all the tournaments, there's gonna be a lot of fun tournament stuff to watch. So in between all that, swing by and play with our blades, and hopefully you find one that you like. But yeah, so then after SoCal, I think we actually finally are able to take a break,
Breathe.
back in the shop.
Rest.
So one of the reasons we only have, I'm gonna have 5 blades there. Josh, I think you'll have about the same, right? 5,
Probably 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5. And Colton has 4, right, or 5 swords.
5 maybe.
So the reason why we only have this many is because we've been so busy. So after this show, I think our next show will be Combat Con, which isn't until July. So that gives us time to catch up on. So I have those 2 customs I got to finish, and then immediately dive into blades for Combat Con, and then blades just to post online. So we'll have a lot of stock hopefully built up for Combat Con in July. And
Awesome.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, I've got many planned. So
Yeah,
excited.
our next heat treat batch should be starting pretty soon. So I'm excited to get stuff done. I'm excited to see the reception. So this is a new one for me. So I do a lot of 200 falchions, but this particular one is slightly scaled down. So the ones I typically make are actually a bit longer than this one. And so my falchions, 200 falchions, are usually like a 30 to 36 inch long blade. And this one's kind of scaled down a little bit. So this one, I think if I remember right, it's 33 inches long. Or maybe 2.5.
Yeah, that's hot.
That's the hotness
Give us
right
a
there.
close up.
And it's super light. So the whole blade at the moment, I don't know, is it zooming in there?
Yeah, kind of.
That looks purple on my screen. I don't know if it looks purple.
It looks blue, I think.
Looks blue to me.
It's blue.
So the whole blade itself weighs 2 pounds. I think it was 2 pounds 7 ounces, if I remember right.
Man.
And it just weighs nothing. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm excited for people to get to hold it.
Well, so I mean, here's the thing. I'm excited to hold that one, and luckily, I will be able to hold it before somebody else buys it because.
Right.
So Thursday night we'll be playing around with our blades.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play with that Clooney that Josh made, and some of the mini swords. And then Friday morning, we're probably going to try to get to the Albion booth before those are gone as well. So I think each of us, or I know Josh and I reached out to Mike saying, "Hey, we're going to be there. What do you bring in?"
Yeah.
I'll run
everything.
Yeah, I'll run over and set up the booth while you guys jump in line over there.
Nice.
Yeah, should be good. So yeah, you guys excited for anything else? So last time, I guess last tournament we were at with Colton was Salt Lake Open, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Colton, you got a chance to watch all the sparring and stuff, all the sparring tournaments, but they didn't have cutting there. So they have cutting. This is probably the biggest cutting tournament that I'm aware of, just because of the number of people. So they're going to have advanced longsword, open longsword, beginner's longsword. So 3 different longsword categories, and then arming sword, and then I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing, but there's another cutting. There's a lot of cutting going on, so it'll be your first time to get to watch that.
Yeah, no, personally, that is more what I'm interested in. So, like, I'm excited for that. The HEMA is awesome. I would love to learn some of that, but personally, like, cutting stuff's awesome. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, cut stuff, and I'll cut stuff, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
Probably won't cut stuff there. Take that. Like, don't expect that. Don't hold me to it.
Same thing happened to me at Valley of the Sun.
Yeah.
They're like, you want to cut? You want to give a cut? And I'm like, no.
They're like, well, can I do a jump spin before?
Do you have a room where no one can watch me fail miserably?
What is that video you did where you just like jump up and you're all?
Oh yeah, the descent of the eagle.
If they would let you do that,
I'm surprised you didn't do that at Valley of the Sun.
If they could let me do that, I could teach people a thing or two.
Probably not within regulations or something for insurance.
Yeah. A whole other division. It's somewhere between the kids and the adults.
The signed waiver division.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that at Valley of the Sun. I was trying to get you to cut, but I was like, he doesn't want to. I'm not going to push it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know, man. I'm just not into performing in front of people.
And like everybody was stopped staring at me too, and I did horrible. So you couldn't do that. That's when you just laugh it off. Not my day. Do we know, is Chad Makes going out?
I don't think so.
Because if he isn't, do we have any of his magnets to bring out?
I think he will. I think he's going to have magnets there.
Okay.
Spoke to him this morning, but we didn't talk about that. I think he had said something about he'll have someone there that's going to be carrying his magnets, but I don't know if he's actually going to go or not.
Huh.
Okay.
I mean,
I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
It's also a busy time for him, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Young little babies. Well, awesome. It'd be cool to see him. If not, Chad Makes. Chad, what's his real last name? I'm blanking on that right now.
Healy.
Chad Healy. There we go. Chad and Mariah. They're making some pretty cool magnet systems for holding blades, and we had some at the Ren Fair, but we just didn't get a chance to display them properly. And but they were nice, so I bought a bunch myself. I think Josh bought a bunch. We're going to use them all over the place. So if you get a chance to see them, pick up as much as you can. So I think that's all I have for SoCal. We're about 20 minutes in, so it's pretty short sword talk so far.
I mean, yeah.
Anything else you guys want to cover?
What's the thing that we get asked most at conventions and Renaissance fairs?
Did you want to hold that for another sword talk, or do you want to do it now?
I don't think it's a very long talk.
It's not necessarily. I can loop that into what Brandon sent us earlier in the chat with the I would love to get a I'd love to get one of your historical blades. How much would a Andril be?
Yeah.
Right.
Which I was chuckling because like it's happened quite a few times, but
You're right. Yes.
It happened about half an hour before he sent that.
Oh,
and
really?
Like, yeah, and so I mean, this guy's cool. As far as I can tell, he's just like, oh, I love it. I'm not actually looking for like a movie replica. It's just like kind of inspired by it, maybe not so much on the hilt with like the hollows and not exactly, but I want kind of that same size, shape, blade. More or less, the blade was what he was after. And I'm like, yeah, I might look into that. We'll see.
Yeah.
But it was exactly that, because his first message is like, hey, I would love to commission a sword.
Yeah.
Can I get Andril? And I'm like, no, I don't do movie replicas.
Yeah.
Like, I can do things inspired by. I don't want to get into that realm of like trying to make it screen accurate.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
I don't even want to do inspired unless I'm inspired to do it by myself. Like, and this is not a dig against any of the customers and clientele that come up and give us ideas. I'm always loving conversations with people and fully wanting to engage in chatting. But generally what will happen is someone will go, I would like Andril or the rapier from The Princess Bride or Jack Sparrow's saber, or I've got a sketch of something I've done that's really offbeat and I really want a sword person to make it. And that's one of the is one of the most asked things, is just special commissions that they've designed or that they want for movies. They want a really high end, something that they could have bought for $200 or $100. I think the most asked question I've ever got is it real?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's yeah.
And that comes from two spots. That comes from one, 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds going, is it real? Like, they think they're fake.
Oh, just wonder in their eyes, just like,
and then it comes from the other side, which is the adult side, going, are these real? Are these battle ready?
Yeah.
Are these meant to be fought? Are these meant to slay a man?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So those are my most asked questions for sure.
So mine are, for a while, my most commissioned piece for a while was actually the gold blade from Hook.
Interesting.
The pan coconut hilt rapier.
It was a coconut hilt with a gold blade, and so I did it as a bronze blade. And that was requested almost, if not daily, it was weekly for a while. And I'm not sure what the drive of that was. It died off before COVID. It kind of dove off.
I've never been asked that one. So
and then after that, it's been. I don't know if I can really say. I don't really know after that. I do get a lot of requests for Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm doing one.
I know. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm like, doing one.
That's one of the custom.
You're gonna say it, then I'm gonna say it.
It's a version of the Ranger blade, and the only reason why I took that is because I've always liked the Ranger sword, and that's one of the few that I felt comfortable doing my own version of, and it's very close to the original. It's just a bit more historical. Functional. And I did want to ask you guys. So lately, actually today, when I posted my blades, Kane Shen, if I'm saying his name right, on Facebook, he asked if I was interested in doing any Type 20 blades. And I typically am not, but I was wondering if you guys would be. So Type 20 blades are like...
Thanks for pulling the book out.
Yeah. That's what I was doing a second ago. I wasn't... So they're giant two-handers with usually like 3 or 4 fullers in them. And blades lengths go from like 35 to up to 50 inches. I wouldn't do anything that large, but blades from 35 to 40 inches, big two-handers. But the profiles are like wide Type 18s, but with multiple fullers in them. And I was like, I'm not really I'm not motivated to make one of those right now. But maybe. So the one I did for Josh that he did the hilt for, that had the 2 fullers in the ricasso and then the single fuller, that's a Type 20 as well, but it's a Type 20A, so it tapers a bit more.
Okay.
And I like those. Hey, Tari.
Hey! Oh, is that coffee that I dream about all the time? God damn. Can you send one over here?
Yeah. Can you believe I stopped drinking coffee?
Oh, I can't. What?
Yeah, I kind of had to. I was at the doctor, and he's like, "You got to stop."
So that's why you're
What?
so tired.
Well, to be fair, you
Yeah.
double fist
Yeah.
40-ounce coffees
No,
every time.
now
you
it's
go
going to be my
Walmart.
question. You have to stop coffees, or you have to stop like Starbucks coffees? Because can you still have like a cup of black coffee in the morning?
Yeah, black coffee's fine, but
Okay.
I just don't
But-
like. That's not really coffee to me.
Oh, all right. It's not a frap.
That's just a bit of despair.
His doctor said you can't drink milkshakes anymore
Yeah,
by
you
the
can't have the
gallon.
milkshakes with the
Yeah.
coffee flavor in it.
Yeah. Because I have the same thing. I love milkshakes, but I can't do dairy anymore. So now I just have to do like Red Bulls and Hope or Starbucks coffees in very small quantities.
That's
So I'm a
coming
little
for
worried
me in
about
like, what,
SoCal because I've been on
5
a
years? 10 years? When is that coming for me?
Oh, it's soon. Your T-shirt gets tighter, but mostly in your heart area.
No,
Yeah.
it's just going to get tighter on the sleeves. Don't worry about it.
So I've been eating good
Fingers
for a
crossed.
while, but I'm a little worried about SoCal because it's hard to keep a diet when you're traveling. So
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
impossible.
definitely.
so you guys-
I dropped down. I was 250 like I don't know 6 months ago or so, and that's the heaviest I've ever been. And I dropped down after I like noticed that I had a problem and started like mentally keeping myself in check and working on my diet, like fording that. I got down to 218, 220, and that's usually where I feel the best.
yeah.
But when I went to Florida to see you over the 2 weeks, I went back up to 240 pretty fast.
Damn.
And now, after a week, I've dropped back down to like 224 or 225.
Texas
So
Roadhouse.
here's the question: is it
Texas
just
Roadhouse,
humidity?
man. It's so
It's
good.
just all water weight, right? Just humidity saturating you.
Yeah. If
You
by
come
water
back here, you dry out, you lose
Go with
weight.
that. Yeah.
if by water weight you mean Wawa weight, because
Yeah.
we stop by Wawa
Oh,
every day at least twice.
Yeah.
And then CC's Pizza, all you can eat pizza, Texas
Oh, yeah.
Roadhouse. We Dunkin' Donuts every morning, or Starbucks, or that one place.
Yeah, you guys are the
We got a
reason that it's
problem.
hard to stay on a diet out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's me too. As soon as we're all together, we have to go find really good food every time. We're just like, oh, we could go to Wendy's, but I mean, there's like a steakhouse right there. Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Let's do steak. I think we can do all you can eat steak while we're in
Oh,
LA.
yeah.
If you see
You gotta treat
an egg
yourself.
sandwich in my hands, or if you see a coffee in my hands, that's more than a coffee. Just keep it out of my hand. Just
Okay.
Wait. That's what the mini swords are for. Bah! We'll just smack it out of your hand with the miniature sword.
They just like stick it.
Yeah,
in
just
so it
stick the bottom.
drains out.
No, then
Yeah.
they'll just shotgun it.
yeah.
Yeah, you will. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be good. I'm excited.
know,
I think it'll
The
be a
first
fun
2
time.
weeks. The first 2 weeks is the hardest when you're trying to give up any kind of junk food or anything. And this has gone from sword talk to like in shape talk.
Hey, you have
Sorry,
to
guys.
be.
It's
Just go with it.
necessary.
They go hand in hand, right?
They do. I've gone out of breath trying to distal taper a sword before. I'm just like, oh.
Hey, that's because of the blades you have. That 26-pound blade. Of course, you're gonna be out of breath. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I got all the muscular definition in my shoulders is from that
You
gunner
You have
blade.
that like 15-pound executioner waiting for heat treat right now.
Yeah. I don't even think I'm going to heat treat it. I don't think
No?
something that's 3/8 thick and 6 inches wide. I'm not going to worry about heat treating.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but yeah.
I would
You
say
know.
just paper, but it'll take 6 years to do that. So
It's true, right? Yeah, hard
if you
pass.
started
I
grinding,
mean, we at least foldered it, so
It's meant to be swung and cut a head off. You don't need distal taper. The heavier it is, the better.
it's
Yeah.
not getting swung; it's getting dropped. It's
Yeah.
a portable guillotine.
The executioner will throw down, and when it hits, it just sends them up
Yeah, he just goes over the top.
like a seesaw. Oh
Yeah.
man, yep. We're gonna do a video of that. I think next.
Yeah, we can edit that very poorly, and it'll be hilarious.
Absolutely.
yeah.
It'll be as good as your cutting video for Arms and Armor, which was
Arms and Armor.
fantastic. I still think that was hilarious.
Oh,
Okay,
are Arms and Armor going to be there?
SoCal? Oh, I don't know. I know they donated something for it. You guys talk while I figure that out. Let me check real quick.
Hey, Colton.
Yeah. It's exciting sword talk, isn't it? Yeah.
Here comes the smolder. Hey, don't rub it in. It's gone.
That's a nice cup. That's a nice glass, Mr. City Balls.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Deceptively large. It holds like
a half gallon.
Yeah, no.
Purple Heart's gonna be there.
NASA glasses. It's a pocket dimension.
Purple Heart's going to be there. Black Fencer's going to be there. So Angus Trin will be there in some way because the swords are saying they're going to be there, but I'm not sure who's taking them there. Castile Armory will be there. It says Arms and Armor, but I don't know if they're going to be there. So Nathan and Craig, are you guys?
Nathan,
let us know.
Nathan is a majestic Sasquatch of a man.
Also, I almost forgot. On Friday night, they're doing the sword experience with Adrian Paul, and that's going to be there too. And I'm competing while that's happening, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do both.
You can't do both?
I think they're overlap. So,
do you think I could go as like a stand-in for Chris?
Proxy?
Or those? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a NASA shirt and one of your floppy hats, and I'll wear your sunglasses.
There you go.
Nobody will know.
Yep.
But if you haven't
until I go up to cut and miss the mat, they'll just be like, "What?"
Adrian Paul could be like, "Oh, Chris, good to see you again. Your cutting form was off today."
If you haven't, if you go to any of the sword experience events, I highly recommend them. If you haven't been to one, this would be a fun place to do it. I'm not sure what they have in store for the actual event itself, but it's what they call an elite event. And so he'll be teaching choreo, and then you immediately start filming like fight scenes, which is a lot of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
But I'm pretty sure it's just Friday night, but I could be wrong. It might be more than one day.
That's just one more reason to come see us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
not that you need any more reasons, but
it's going to be pretty cool. He's awesome.
Come buy some stuff, hang out, argue with any of us about why Willow was good or not, because it wasn't. What's your favorite sword? Come up and talk our ears off.
Indeed.
All four of you that are listening to the podcast.
At this point, maybe we have 2 left.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So also, if you guys have any topics that you'd like us to cover, so we've been behind in our sword talks, and I guess I probably should have talked about this earlier on. Because we've been so busy, we haven't recorded any in we've done some ones here and there.
Yeah.
We did the hot tub one, and then we did one prior to that, but that was just on the fly really quick. So we're going to try.
Hot tub one well received, or did people just pretend like they're not going to see it?
I don't know.
I didn't realize how out of the shadows I came.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't see me, and all of a sudden there's a naked dude covered in hot water coming at the camera. Sorry, guys.
So far, it has, it's doing below.
You don't want to say the numbers. Don't say it.
Below our normal average. I'll say that.
Our demographic is a hard one to pin down.
Yeah. Well, I think people click on that thinking they're going to see videos and stuff from SoCal or from the Valley of the Sun tournament, but we couldn't.
We really suckered them into looking at us.
Yeah, they're going to click on the video and think there's something interesting, and then it's just you guys. So
Jesus. So pale and white.
So it might have been a mistake. But,
hey, mistakes were made, but
it's up time. There now anyway.
SoCal, maybe we'll actually be able to record something from the event if they have Wi-Fi. We shall see.
I'll bring my tiny microphone. I'm trying to find headphones that have antennas that go really far out.
I'm sure you can make some. You got it.
I did, and they got lost in the move when I moved to Utah. It's a damn shame. They were from the 70s, so they were like this big. And they looked like they were designed by Lockheed.
Nice.
It was pretty good. It was like 6 microphones coming out in all directions.
I like it.
Yeah, not too bad.
Alrighty, well, I think you'll probably call it there, and I'm actually need to get back in the shop so I can try to finish these things, and it's pretty late on the Florida trip right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll go play Xbox. I haven't decided yet.
Nice. Yeah.
I got a couple daggers I still need to finish.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Our daggers. So when we bring our daggers out, those two are one of a kind, just like our swords are. So if you see one you like, snatch it up. And, do you have any out there? So Josh has been doing some full sets lately, where it's the sword, dagger, and scabbards for both all tied together. Are any of those?
Gosh, they're hot. That's what I was talking about when you're saying I only have 3 pieces. I'm like, it's a sword scabbard with companion dagger all together.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty impressive piece. So
is that available? Or
the Vampire Killer will be out there.
Awesome.
I got that one and this one, the brown one with horned guard. The first of them will likely be sold in a couple days.
So
I think they've been sold, right?
Yep, I think this one's sold.
Okay.
But yeah,
well, you already moved your other sets, didn't you?
Yeah.
God, those things are hot. You got to keep making them, man.
I'm gonna continue the tradition with the Clooney, and the Clooney's getting a stiletto dagger to match its blade style.
Yeah.
You think that'll be done before the weekend?
Depending on how early I get there with some stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
On the nose. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I should be there. I'm hoping 9:20. Got to drop kids off, and then I'm just headed that way, and I'll drop off on my way. So
take your time, man. You can drop them. You can do it on the way back or whatever. I don't get up on a set schedule. Sometimes it's 8:30. Sometimes it's 10. Who knows?
If I knock on the door and nobody answers, I'll leave it on the doormat.
Perfect, man. Absolutely. That works.
So in the garage and start with.
Yep, that's it. I'll leave the garage unlocked. You can just come in and start moving stuff around.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's put that out on the internet. That's a great idea.
Not everyone knows where I live.
Well, and it's only tomorrow
3,
morning,
5.
and this video isn't getting released till tomorrow afternoon, so you're good.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So,
I forget to leave the garage locked all the time. That's fine.
So if you guys have any sword talk topics you want us to cover, and we're also going to have more special guests on. I keep forgetting about that. We have a list of special guests that we want to get on. Talk about various sword topics. So please comment below. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and excited to hear from you.
Yeah.
Tell us what you don't like. That'll be a list, man.
Yeah, I know.
What you hate.
Yep.
You guys are great at swords. Why don't you stay out of the hot tub, though? You're clogging up the drain, you hairy animal.
Exactly. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna sign off here. Thanks for if you've hung out with us this long. Let's do some quick outros. Again, my name is Chris. You can find me on Sterling Armory, and also I always forget to say this too. So each of us have a kind of unique set that we have like a maker space in. So I personally like very historical blades for the most part, not always, but for the most part. And then I'll let Josh and Colton talk about what they really focus on when they're making as well. But yeah, Sterling Armory, if you're here, you found our YouTube page and then also Instagram. But Facebook is our biggest, I think, resource at the moment. So yeah.
The easiest way to get in contact with us.
Yep.
And
Facebook. Then over to Josh.
I'm Josh Warbear, and I can be found on Warbear_Armory on Instagram, Josh Von Warbear on Facebook, and then capital J, Josh, all caps Warbear on Xbox. Come and help me out on my DMZ game. I keep getting killed by 8-year-olds that talk shit about my mom, and I can't really do anything about it but cry. Why are kids so mean on Xbox? Anyway, that's a whole other thing. I like making swords that are historical fantasy. Very, very similar in the vein of Witcher, Tolkien lore, and such like that.
Yeah. You're getting more historical, though.
Huh?
What?
You're getting more historical, though, with your blade.
I never
thought of that. Yeah,
this historical bastard.
It worms its way. Historical gives you a really good base for what you want fantasy. You can't just jump into fantasy and be like, I'm making fantasy swords. You can, but historical evidence just gives you a lot of not only inspirational drive, but also things you need to obey numbers wise to make it a good sword.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, yeah. Do I have to add to that? I kind of feel like I'm in the same boat. Oh, sorry, Colton, Copperthorn Custom. You can find me, Sterling Armory's Facebook page, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. And I'm in that same realm of, I'm not very, like, they're not historical. They're kind of fantasy. They're right in between. They're all functional. I want them to perform like you have an actual historical usable weapon, but also I give them a little bit of a flair of my own.
Yeah, you guys have a different style, which you can clearly tell the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Between style, which is cool. So,
Yeah, so different styles, same boat, maybe something like that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out. Again, all the links are below, and please comment and like and subscribe and all that stuff.
Smash that like button, subscribe,
Yeah.
buy our t-shirts when we make them.
Yeah, we need to make t-shirts.
Yeah, we do. And hats, more hats.
And hats.
Yeah, we're all wearing one.
Yeah,
I made a lot of them, and I just keep them in a box over here in the corner. And when I can't find one, I fish them out, peel the nice sticker off. See, here's another one that's got a sticker on it. You know.
Are you gonna bring it to SoCal?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you should.
I mean,
I
isn't
could
that
make
why
my
you
money
made
back
them?
off of those hats. But then I'd run out of hats. What am I gonna wear?
Yeah. Oh, get more. All right. Good night, guys. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys hopefully this weekend. If not, then we'll see you guys online. All right.
Indeed.
Bye.